Like, I know I have my dog and I love him so much, but like, I need love.
QTube. In this dosage, a woman takes to TikTok to overtly express her frustrations and dissatisfaction with her inability to find love, despite the fact that she's been working on herself and that she really wants it. But before we react to it, like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share my content so that y'all can continue to ingest and enjoy. Let's get a dose of this shit.
Quick question, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I am so sick and tired of just everything right now. Everyone is so quick to say, stop doing this, stop thinking like this, stop telling me I'm wrong. I've literally convinced myself at this point, based on everything that everyone's telling me, my therapist, my family, my friends, that I'm just doing everything wrong. I'm healing wrong. I'm thinking wrong. I'm training wrong. I'm doing relationships wrong. Everything I do is fucking wrong, and I'm so sick of it. Stop comparing. It's not even about comparison. Like, I genuinely just want love in my life so badly. It's literally not about anyone else. It's just about me and what I want. And being fucking over the fact that I don't have it. I feel like I have done so much work on myself. I have built a beautiful life for myself. I'm happy with my life where I'm at, my job. I'm successful. I'm independent. I'm healthier than I've ever been. I take such good care of myself. Truly, the only thing I'm missing in my life is someone to enjoy it with. And I'm so sick of waiting. Like, when is it going to be my turn? What more do I have to do to fix myself before I'm just allowed to be happy? Before I'm allowed to meet this universe soulmate person that God supposedly has for me? How much harder do I have to pray and manifest and wait? I feel like I'm being punished for something I didn't do. And I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. I don't expect a lot. I just want love in my life so bad. I want my life partner. Am I just supposed to be alone? Like, is that the message? That this beautiful life I've built for myself, like, it's just supposed to be me in it alone? Like, I know I have my dog and I love him so much, but like, I need love. All of my friends have their fiancés and their boyfriends and their husbands that they prioritize. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been left behind. And I really just want to find that person that matches my energy and wants to build a life with me. Is that so hard?
Now, first of all, let me just respond with giving her an ovation for the fact that she was transparent about what she wants. The fact that she wants love. She was open, she was honest, and she was vulnerable. That's not something you hear often with these modern women nowadays. So at least she still had the wherewithal and the self-awareness to express the fact that she's been working on herself and that she really wants love. It's not about being a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. She actually wants a man. And for that, I commend her. But I will say, this is exactly how feminism has dicked these women. And when I say dick these women, I mean harder than the dildos that sit on their nightstands at night that they use on themselves. Because feminism has sold these women this dream that if they focus on themselves, they prioritize themselves, that the men will come. At least this is the interpretation that these women have gained from the idea of being strong and independent and building things for themselves. I do want to point out, though, the first thing she says is that everybody is telling her that she's doing everything wrong. And she wants people to stop telling her that she's doing everything wrong. Don't you think that might be a counterproductive attitude to have if everyone in your social circle, even your therapist, is telling you that you're going about the way that you're living your life incorrectly? You might want to take heed to that criticism. You might want to look to tweak some things about how you've been going about your life and see if it warrants a different outcome, because apparently what you're doing isn't getting you the outcome that you would like it to get you. But no, what does she do instead? I just want everybody to tell me to stop doing everything wrong. But by telling you that you're doing everything wrong, that is the first step in fixing the issue that you have that isn't getting you the outcome that you want. Acknowledging that you're doing something wrong and then accepting that you're doing something wrong so that you can improve on what it is that you're doing wrong. The next thing she talks about is the fact that she's really selfish. Everything is about her, what she wants. And this apparently has been the case. This has been her attitude and her mindset for however long she's been experiencing this disconnect from what she's been doing and what she's looking to gain from what she's doing, which is a man, someone to share her life with, as she puts it. I'm successful and I'm independent. Sorry, sweetheart, being successful and independent is not going to get you a man. If anything, that delays the process of you attracting a man that you actually want, which explains why you're in this situation now. You've worked so much on yourself that you've essentially become the man that you're trying to attract. And because you've become the man that you're trying to attract, you can't attract the man that you actually want. All her friends are married, have boyfriends, or are engaged. And they're married, have boyfriends, or are engaged because they prioritized getting boyfriends, getting engaged, getting married, and starting a family probably early on in life. And the fact that she's in therapy probably speaks to the fact that she suffers from some kind of mental illnesses, which further delays and obstructs her ability to attract a suitable partner. But these calculations aren't being made in her head. Then she goes on to say, she prays, where's this soulmate, this universal soulmate that God is supposed to have for her? And these are the kind of unrealistic expectations that they feed women. That praying for soulmates to God is somehow going to result in you actually finding a man. Newsflash for you ladies. Praying to God doesn't get you a soulmate because soulmates doesn't exist. And dating is not fair. Just because you think you deserve a man doesn't mean you're actually going to find one. Thousands of women die single every day without a man. Many of them were probably Christian. Many of them probably prayed that they hoped they would find a man, but they never did. Because it's about actually getting your ass out there in the field and doing the work on yourself, on your personality, and on your character that is required to actually attract and retain a guy. But a lot of these girls, they simply don't understand that. And this will be so many modern women. There will be so many more modern women making videos like this left to come. Because they're all going to hit that wall of reality that I have said time and time again on platforms such as the Whatever Podcast and Sizecast with Valuetainment, that these women are disconnected from reality. They don't know what men want and they don't know what they have to be in order to attract and retain these men. And once they realize that listening to themselves and prioritizing themselves, being selfish, focusing on only what they want has not worked, do they come to the realization that maybe they should have modified something somewhere. Maybe they should have rethought the way that they went about their life and attracting mates and prioritizing their education and their career. Because as a woman, you don't have to do that. You don't have to prioritize your education and your career. No one requires a woman to do this anywhere. You can if you want to, but you will also delay the process of attracting a man that you find to be a suitable partner. For some reason, they can't seem to comprehend this. And then they take the TikTok and burst out in tears because They don't know where they went wrong. But as she said, everyone was telling her and has been telling her all along, honey, this is what you're doing wrong. You might want to correct this. And what's her response? Don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. It's about me. It's not about other people. Well, you can look at other people and see what other people are doing correctly, because obviously they're meeting the expectations, their objectives quicker than you are. That's the reason you're left behind. Because you chose a different path. You chose an alternative way, an alternative route to do things, thinking that you would meet the same end goal, and you come to the realization that the alternative route that you chose does not have the same goal at the end of the road that everyone else that you notice is leaving you behind has. It's really simple. Feminism did this to these women, and feminism will continue to do this to these women, because these women don't listen. These women are selfish. They know it all. They think their way is the best way. They cut off all forms of criticism. They cut off individuals who are trying to aid them in their journey in attaining what they want to attain, and they're closed-minded. And then on top of that, they don't know what men want, which further exacerbates the problem that they're already experiencing. This is feminism for you. And she loves her dog, of course, but she needs love. Yeah, because that female nature, at its core, wants a partner and a family. And you use up all your youthful years investing in yourself rather than trying to figure out how you can get into a relationship with a man and prioritize that relationship, so that by the time you are whatever age she is in this video, to where she's independent and successful, she could have been interdependent and successfully married and possibly have a kid or a baby on the way at this point. But no, she has to settle for the dog. And I said, this is a benefit of feminism. The only positive thing from feminism will be that all the adoption shelters with cats and dogs, those cats and dogs will have homes to go to, because that's what these feminists are going to have to settle for. Because most of the men that they want, by the time they're finished working on their education and their career, these men will have found women that they can marry and settle down with and start families with, or the women who are working on themselves, by the time they're out of therapy and they have their master's or PhD and they're financially independent and stable, they'll be too old and too emotionally damaged to even entice a man who's still looking for a woman. And that's the brutal reality that a lot of these feminists are going to have to accept, that they simply don't want to. And well, it's too fucking bad, because a man is not going to get with you just because you're crying in the car in the rain. Very sentimental picture, might I add. The dramatic effect was a 10. I give it a 10. I do feel a little bad for her, but she has no one to blame but herself for all the reasons that she just mentioned in this video. Everything she mentioned was something that she can reflect on and say, I shouldn't have looked at it that way. And everybody told me, but I chose not to listen. And as long as feminists continue to not to listen to what other people who have what they want and what reality is telling them, they'll continue to end up on TikTok in cars in the rain, sad. I'll catch you guys on the next dosage. Over and out.